Hello, everyone. I'm going to go live on Facebook as well as Instagram. So, hi, everyone. I'm just trying to make sure everything's well adjusted. Perfect. So, welcome back to another session of Wellness Wednesdays. So, this entire month, we are talking about different Ayurvedic concepts. And today, I wanted to talk a little bit about healing some skin disorders. Skin disorders are extremely common, whether you're struggling with any kind of acne, whether you're struggling with eczema, whether you're struggling with psoriasis, any skin rashes, skin patches. These are some things that I see in my practice extremely commonly, right? There's nothing new about it. And that is why I thought, I wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about Ayurveda and how Ayurveda can support you heal from chronic skin disorders, right? So, this is exactly what we're going to talk today. If you're watching this live, you can say a quick hi. If you are watching this as a replay, you can always post your questions, or if you need any more information, feel free to get in touch with me. So let's get started by talking about healthy skin versus unhealthy skin, right? So the number one thing we need to understand is, and I've done a video on this, I've done a video on how to get like a flawless skin. So skincare 101. So I'm just going to breeze through a few of these, just touch on the important points, but not talk about like everything in detail and stick to the main topic, right? So, healthy skin is going to be a skin that is clear. Of course, it can have some texture, right? But a healthy skin will be a skin that has good amounts of luster. A healthy skin is where the tone is overall even. There's not, a reddish tone on one side, or it's blotchy or patches. If you're getting constant breakouts, those are signs that your skin is unhealthy. If you have extremely dry, flaky skin, not just on your face but around your elbows, that is a sign that your skin is not healthy, it's not hydrated. And we also look at skin sensations, right? So we look at the texture. Is it smooth or is it bumpy? We look at dryness. Is it extremely dry? And we look at skin sensations, whether you have any itchiness, whether it's pulling, whether you have any stinging sensation or any other sensation in your skin. And that might be also a result of some kind of sensitivities, right? Now, this is how a healthy skin will be like. Now, for different dosha related types, if you're looking at the prakriti of dominant dosh, right? If you have a vata dominant nature or a pitta or kapha, typically like a vata skin is going to be dry, right? And you can wrinkle easily, or there will be fine lines easily. If you have a pitta kind of a skin, you will be prone to redness and breakouts, and especially will be less tolerant to the sun, right? You can get burnt in the sun easily. Vatas will tan, pittas will burn very easily, and you will also have an oily skin. And kaphas will have a lot of oily skin where there's a tendency to clog the pores, or the pores get enlarged as well. And blackheads are also common, right? So usually these are the types of like dosha related skin. Now I'm going to talk about three main factors that are impacting your health of the skin. The number one thing is diet, the second one is digestion, and the third one is stress, right? Diet, it's not just about what you eat but how you eat. What are you putting in your body? I often come live and I talk about food allergies and food sensitivities. If you are eating something that is not compatible to your body, right? And in Ayurveda we call it asatmya. From a modern point of view, these are simply food sensitivities and allergies. Your body is reacting to a certain thing. Your body doesn't like that specific thing, whether it's dairy, whether it's gluten, whether it's certain chemicals in the food, right? So those could trigger a reaction, especially common with eczema, psoriasis. When I do sensitivity or allergy testing in my practice, often people who struggle with chronic skin issues seem to benefit the most by something as simple as dietary elimination, right? So the number one thing is not just about the quality of the food, right? You could have the best organic kind of bread, but if you are gluten or wheat intolerant, you are not going to digest it well, right? You could have the best kind of organic milk, but if you are intolerant to casein, which is a milk protein, you're not going to digest it well, and that will lead to a lot of skin breakouts. So diet extremely important. um, our diet has to be compatible with our body, right? Not just from a dosha type perspective or a dominant, but what are your requirements today, and if you're struggling with any disorder, right? So an example again is, if you have a kapha dominant nature but you have extreme dryness of the skin, you will have to find a midway between, providing your skin with easily digestible oils to help, combat the dryness, but at the same time make sure that the kapha is not getting thrown out of balance, right? So these are some tips and tricks. So diet especially important. In Ayurveda, we talk about uh, skin or twacha being an upadhatu of, it's a product of the rasa or the first tissue transformation, right? So when you eat food, it goes through 7 layers. And typically, the first layer is known as rasadhatu. You can call it roughly like correlated with plasma or lymph from a modern perspective. But that kind of is how well you're digesting can be seen on your skin, right? So if you have a lot of breakouts, if you have a skin that's not healthy, number one thing I look for is how good is your digestion, right? So diet and then digestion. Digestion is extremely important. If you have seen, my other videos, I talk about yeast buildup. I have spoken about, gut microbiome before as well. So there are good bacteria in your gut that are going to keep you healthy. And these bacteria in the gut, the good kind of bacteria, the gut microbiome, is going to impact the microbiome all over your body, including your skin bacteria, right? So on your skin as well, you have good as well as the bad bacteria. The good ones will keep the bad ones in check. And the good ones will ensure that you have a healthy skin and you stay away from any bacterial or yeast infections on the skin. But if your digestion is poor, if you are eating things that are not compatible with you, if you're eating things that are harming your digestion, the best example I can give is cold smoothies, right? Smoothies 100% will create a poor digestion eventually, no matter how strong your digestion is, right? If you are waking up every morning and drinking like a big gunky cold smoothie because you think it's healthy, eventually you're going to harm your digestion, and that will show up on your skin, right, by creating a poor gut microbiome. So that's the second factor. And the third factor we talk about is stress, right? Especially emotions. If you are going through severe emotions, you can never get rid of skin issues until you heal or balance those emotions. And this is also something I see extremely common in my practice when it comes to chronic skin issues. If you have been struggling with eczema for a long time, if you have been struggling with um, any kind of anger, irritation, self blame, guilt, jealousy, rage, frustration, like any kind of emotions, if you've been struggling with it for a long time, or something as simple as overthinking everything, right? So these emotions will create rasadushti or rasadhatu, which is your first tissue, is not going to be properly formed. There are going to be a lot of food sensitivities because of that, and that will relate to skin disorders. So till the time you heal your emotions, no matter what you try, you are not going to be able to skin chronic, able to heal chronic skin disorders, right? So de-stressing on a regular level is important. Identifying your emotions, identifying the emotions you deal with on a daily basis is extremely important, right? I'm going to say a quick hi to Devika is here, Mr. Brown Roots is here, Dr. Heels is here, Colin is here, Shruti is here, Irina is here as well. So we have quite a few people on Instagram, and then we have a few people on Facebook. If you are watching this live, say a quick hi. If you're watching this as a replay, you can post any questions. So let's talk about the 5 main Ayurvedic rules that we're going to discuss today, right? I just gave a little bit of an information initially, but let's talk about the 5 main rules that will help you heal from skin disorders, right? So the number one is again a diet that is balancing the imbalanced doshas. right? Now you have to understand that when we look at skin as an organ, or a tissue, from an Ayurvedic perspective, Pitta is one of the most important doshas when it comes to your skin, right? So, whether we are talking about the color of your skin, the texture, the temperature, the luster, the glow, whether the process of sweating, a lot, or the process of digesting things that we are applying into externally, right? Like your lotions or your medications and stuff, your pitta dosh is going to be one of the most important doshas when it comes to skin mechanism, right? So ideally, making sure that your overall body's digestion, which is also connected with pitta, right, as well as metabolism, is correct. So the number one thing to do is always pay attention to the pitta and follow a dosha balancing diet. Now, if you are having a lot of vata imbalance and that's showing up on the skin, moisturizing is not going to help it. You have to correct it at the root cause, right? I'm gonna say a quick hi to Vibha. So, dosha balancing diet does not mean eating for your body type, right? Eating for your body type, eating for your dosha type works when you're healthy, but when you've had an imbalance, you have to rectify, you have to find the root cause of that imbalance, and then you have to eat to balance the dosha that is out of balance, right? And the example again I give is you could be a kapha dominant person having an extremely dry skin, which is a product of vata imbalance. So that is what needs to be corrected while maintaining the main dosha as well, right? So follow a dosha balancing diet. If you have a vata out of balance, oiling your skin, internal oiling, is going to be extremely important. If you have a pitta imbalance, right? If you're having a lot of red breakouts, redness on the skin, burning sensation, balancing the pitta internally through foods that are cooling or some kind of bitter foods that detoxify the pitta is extremely important. And if you are having a lot of dull skin, if you have a lot of cystic acne, if you have a lot of breakouts, it's extremely important to balance kapha through any kind of warming foods or lighter foods, by helping a lot of the detoxification, right? Or helping move things out of the body will help that kapha dosha that has been exacerbated. So the number one thing is follow a dosha balancing diet, not just eating for your body type, right? The second thing, extremely important, is incompatible foods. In Ayurveda, we talk about incompatible foods all the time, right? And that's extremely important because when we talk about incompatible foods, the most common foods that you're eating, example, mango lassi, or smoothies, are definitely going to affect your skin, right? So if you look at the incompatible diets, your skin is the number one factor that's affected by a poor diet or incompatible diet, or in Ayurveda we call this viruddhana, right? So viruddhana or opposing food combinations will lead to skin disorders. Hi Krishna, nice to see you. Um, so eating milk with fruits or sour fruits or bananas, like banana milkshake, right? Or any kind of milkshakes are not healthy. They are a poor dietary combination. You should be avoiding that, right? Any kind of, fruits, milk, vegetables is a bad combination, right? Yogurt having with like mangoes, or yogurt with nightshades, or yogurt with some kind of fish, especially, any kind of dairy with fish is a bad combination of food, right? So if you are marinating your fish or making your fish into like a cream based sauce, is a bad combination, right? A lot of the nightshades, tomatoes, potatoes, you cannot have it with cucumbers, melons, dairy products. Melons are best eaten by itself. They will not combine well with a lot of milk or any other foods, right? And lemon with some kind of milk or a dairy based dish, or lemon with yogurt, tomatoes, lemons, even cucumbers, lemons, they are going to be incompatible foods, right? So the number two thing, number one is always eat a dosha balancing diet. The second one is avoid incompatible food combinations, right? So that is extremely, extremely important. Third one, when it comes to a healthy skin, in today's world, I believe that less is more, right? So do not, use a lot of products on your skin. Do not use a lot of, especially like anything, artificial or any non-natural things, right? You can use natural oils on your skin for sure. You can use natural, things that moisturize and hydrate. That's going to be my fourth topic, so I'm going to cover it right away after this point. But try to use minimal product on your skin. Try not to have a lot of foundation and too much serums, and like allowing your skin to be just natural by itself, because everything that you put on your skin, you're absorbing it into your system. And if you put a lot of makeup which has tons of chemicals, you're going to absorb it into your skin, and you will increase your toxic load on the body, right? And that could lead to breakouts. I have so many clients that come to me for sensitivity testing. We often find that the products they're using on a day-to-day basis, like their face wash or their foundations, are what they are sensitive to, right? So do not use too much product on the skin. It's fine to have some texture. It's fine to have a few blemishes. You can take care of them naturally, but do not have a lot of pancake on a daily basis. um, and I mean it in a good way, but it's going to create more harm for your skin, especially if you have skin disorders, right? And a lot of the time when you have a lot of acne or scarring from the acne, there is a tendency to hide those flaws by putting on a lot of foundation, but that's not helping you heal. You're again trying to apply band-aid to the problem rather than looking for solution, right? So that's my third point. When it comes to skin, especially in today's world, less is going to be more. So minimal products that you try to use for your skin, and have an inside out approach, right? Rather than trying to heal your skin by just applying products, look at it from an internal perspective. Look at what you're eating. What are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your emotions, right? And that will help you much better. The fourth point, and I have described this in detail if you go to my previous videos on 5 rules to get flawless skin. We talk about hydration and moisturization, right? So moisturization is slightly different than hydration. Hydration is more about your skin getting hydrated with water, right? So your skin needs water to function as well. So water is one of the best hydrators. So internally hydrating with drinking good amounts of water. Do not overdo water. It is a myth that Ayurveda tells you to wake up and have 5 glasses of water or 3 glasses of water or 4 glasses of water. It is not true, right? So do not over drink the water, but make sure you're having water that your body requires, which will also help detoxify your system. So make sure you're having good amounts of clean water, purified water, and that is going to hydrate. And if you are looking at certain things to hydrate your skin, try something as natural as aloe vera. Aloe vera both moisturizes as well as hydrates skin. Now, moisturizers are more oil based, right? They are going to create like a layer or a seal on the skin, and they will prevent water from escaping from your skin, right? And they will leave the skin to be smooth and less dry. And hydration is about holding the water inside, like it's about hydrating or providing more water to your skin. So if you're looking something at hydration, internal hydration is really good. I love natural face packs, like cantaloupe or melons work fantastic for skin. You can mash up a melon, put like a nice coat on your face, and that will be like a hydration pack that you're giving to your skin, right? When you're looking at moisturizing pack, something like ghee, clarified butter works fantastic. So ghee works exceptionally well for a dry skin, especially like vata related skin. If you have flaky skin, itchy skin that is peeling off, or skin that is extremely irritated and red, even something as simple as ghee is going to work fantastic. You can leave it on for 15-20 minutes and wash it off if you don't want, if it feels like different or really heavy on your skin, right? A lot of natural oils, sometimes as something as simple as coconut oil is fantastic. If you have pitta kind of skin, coconut oil will work really well. Extreme vata dryness, you're looking at sesame oil, which will work fantastically. There are so many different kinds of oils. We have a lot of oil preparations in Ayurveda as well, like Kumkumadi Tailam, which has saffron added, along with several other herbs. And that's to help with reducing any blemishes of the skin. That's to help with reducing any um, like spots on your skin, or it will give you a nice glow as well. So something like Kumkumadi Tailam is pretty popular nowadays. That's a good option. But something as simple as coconut oil will also work fantastic to moisturize your skin. Extreme dryness, you can use ghee, um, and that will work fantastic as well. There is another thing called Shatadod Growth, which is, ghee you're washing 100 times. And there you're getting both the hydration as well as the moisturizing benefits of the ghee. And Shatadod Growth, or 100 times washed ghee, is something we use in a lot of like skin remedies. It works fantastic again. So that's my, fourth point is natural hydration and moisturization, extremely, extremely important. And then the fifth one is we are going to talk about detoxification, right? So your skin is the largest organ. Your skin is also detoxifying at a regular basis, right? So most definitely you have to make sure that you are detoxifying your body on a regular basis as well. Otherwise, it's going to reflect things out on the skin. I tend to hold, various resets, in the month of fall as well as spring. I host community resets where a group of, amazing women, like I've hosted about this about 25 women every batch, and we will have a specific diet, and we will try to, incorporate a lot of routine that's helping detoxify your body or supporting the detoxification of your body channels, and you're resetting yourself, you're rejuvenating as well, so that's extremely important. And another some simple things that will help detoxification of the skin especially is, if you have a lot of oily skin, something like Fuller's Earth or Multani Mitti, it will help absorb excess oils, and it will create a lot of firmness, right? So that's important. Neem is my favorite herb. Like those who practice at or work at Blue Water Nutrition with me know how much I love neem for anything skin, right? So neem helps internal detoxification. Again, when you apply it on skin, it's going to work fantastic. It's extremely bitter to take, so capsules are recommended rather than having a powder. But if you have powder, you can also apply it locally on the skin. It will work fantastic, right? Something like turmeric works fantastic if you have any bacterial infection, or even like a fungal infection. Something like coconut oil and turmeric, making it into a pack, will work extremely well. There are different herbs, like manjishtha, or sariva, that work extremely well for your skin too. So these are a few different options or ideas. So detoxification internal, extremely important. Detoxifying your skin is also extremely important. And one simple thing that I use, Krishna is asking me any skincare line that you would recommend. So I honestly don't have anything from a specific skincare line. I have different products, from different ones. So I love the oils by New Roots. There's a Skin Lovers oil that works extremely well for my skin. I have some of their argan oils. Or different, jojoba oils and stuff. So I would use that. I also use Kumkumadi Tailam, not too much, because for my skin it doesn't work as well. It tends to create a lot of heat. I use coconut oil a lot on my skin. I also use ghee a lot on my skin. I make different packs out of herbs, um, whenever required. But honestly, I have a very simple routine. The one thing that I tend to use the most on my skin, because my skin is typically very oily, is something as simple as Triphala, right? So Triphala is a combination of three berries in Ayurveda. It's known as a laxative or like a gut detox herb, but it's fantastic for your skin as well. So typically at least 3 to 4 times when I'm cleansing my skin after I shower, right? Um, I will use that, right? So definitely I would use the like Triphala. I'll just make a little bit of pack with water. I'll apply it, then I go into shower, then I take a shower and wash my face. My nighttime routine is I'll try to put some oils on my skin. I'm experiencing a lot of dryness, so that's what I do. I'll make some videos on Instagram for the face packs that I create myself, so that will be fun. So I'll definitely do that. So Chetna is asking me, can I take Neem capsule during pregnancy? Chetna, the one thing when it comes to Ayurvedic herbs is, they are always going to impact a lot of things. Ideally, do not take anything, especially when you're pregnant, without working with an Ayurvedic doctor, because especially things like Neem, we do not want to detoxify your body when you're pregnant, right? So we don't give anything that's technically detoxifying, because it can, if we are pulling toxins out of your body, it can impact your baby, right? So do not take anything. I wouldn't recommend Neem externally for sure. Don't take it, and work with like an Ayurvedic doctor if you're looking at more support. Definitely, there are lots of Ayurvedic doctors. You'll find them on Instagram. You can find a lot near where you live. So work with somebody one on one rather than taking some online like herbs or something, right? Especially during your pregnancy. So these are a few things I wanted to come on live and talk about. Let me know what's your skincare routine and what are some things that you use on a long-term basis, to heal your skin if you're struggling with eczema, right? And a few things that I mentioned today are very different than my last session on getting a flawless skin. When you look at healing skin disorders, you always have to give it some time, right? You have to dig deep on all sides. You have to look at the diet, you have to look at the lifestyle, you have to look at the sleep, the stress levels, the emotions, right? You can't just focus on external applications when it comes to skin disorders, right? An occasional blemish or something is fine, you're working with external things, but always work with a lot of an all-rounded holistic approach of Ayurveda, where we tend to look at everything. We are going to assess everything and not just look at one specific thing or hyper focus on that, right? So if you have questions, please post it in the comment section. Next month, I'm super excited. I think this is the last Wellness Wednesday for, where am I? Yeah, I think this is the last Wellness Wednesday for Feb. For the month of March, we are going to talk everything about nutrition. I'm super excited about that topic. So every single Wednesday, we are going to talk about specifics of nutrition. And that whole month, I'm going to do a lot more lives, lot more Instagram lives, and I'll try to teach you more about Ayurvedic nutrition. So that's my promise to everyone, right? So thank you so much, Dr. Kartikeya. Thank you so much for your kind words. Chetna, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer. If you are struggling with chronic skin issues, feel free to click on the link there and book your 15-minute free appointment. And I can definitely discuss as to how I can help you and the way I work, my methodology of working with clients. And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. So thank you so much for watching this live. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon.